Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, madam. Rashmi, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the live virtual classes conducted by Board of Studies of ICAI. Today's session is CA Foundation, topic name Quadratic Equation. This topic is Quadratic Equation is a part of equation chapter. Here, the quadratic equation means it's a second degree equation. Degree of the equation is if we have the second degree equation, we have the two roots can be identified. That means two roots can be satisfied with the equation. Based on this, what are the important aspects can be covered in the examination point of view also, I can tell. Madam will be discuss detail on the with the examples and a study material questions also. We have to build up the quadratic equation, how it can be built up the quadratic equation, and nature of the quadratic equation based on the discriminant equation. If it is greater than 0 or equal to 0 and less than 0, what are the nature of the roots also be, whether it is a real or equal roots or real and imaginary roots also be, that we can be defined based on the discriminant d value also, greater than or equal to 0 or less than 0. These are the various conditions. Three conditions are given also. Apart from that, if the sum of the roots, products of the roots based on the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then how we can identify the various algebraic formulas, that also we can be find out. And based on the sum, if we know the sum of the roots and products of the roots are also, how we can construct the quadratic equation also. These are all very important aspects of the quadratic equations chapter is concerned. Next one is cubic equations are there, and cubic equation also very important. As far as the examination is concerned, these are the very important, and you please focus on these aspects, and this will definitely 2 to 3 questions will be coming in the examination. Over to Rashmi madam for further understanding of the subject also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the crisp introduction to the chapter. We have already talked about simple linear equations in the last session, and today, as sir has rightly pointed out, we'll be talking about quadratic and cubic. Out of that, quadratic, we use it such a lot by solving problems, So even though we will not be talking just about the weightage over here, but we will also be talking how it is so important that we should know how to solve them quickly. Okay, so for that, let us begin. So yesterday we talked about why we should learn equations. Then we talked about what is a simple equation. And then we talked about simultaneous equation. Okay. Then we used the elimination method to solve the simultaneous method. You can use any method because it's an MCQ exam. It will not be affected which method you use. Then we talked about sums which had two variables. Then we talked about sums which had three variables. And then we talked about the word problems and we solved those. Now let us come to what is quadratic equation. A quadratic equation is an equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So as you can see over here, the x is raised to 2, and so we say, and that is the maximum power of x, and so we say it's a quadratic equation. So ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are constants. Okay, so they may have a value or they may be have a representation by an alphabet, but what is to be understood is that the x is the variable and a, b, c are constants. And importantly, a is not equal to 0. Now, what happens if a is equal to 0? अगर a हमारा 0 हो गया तो हमारा इक्वेशन क्या हो जाएगा? bx plus c, x की पावर क्या हो जाएगी? 1, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा, ये सिंपल लीनियर इक्वेशन हो जाएगा। तो इसीलिए किसी भी इक्वेशन को हम क्वाड्रेटिक कब कहते हैं, जब x is raised to 2 is the maximum power of that in that equation. Okay. Or and if I plot this, I will, for example, I have taken 6x square plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0, and I have plotted this, and so I will, as you can see, those of you who have studied mathematics will understand this is a parabolic curve. Now let us go to what is the solution. Okay, what is the solution? We will see. Whatever doubts, okay, you have, you just keep on posting it. As and when I get the time, I will solve them for you. Now, we know that the equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, where a is not equal to 0. Then the solution to this quadratic equation is also called as the word used as roots. So roots is what? So x is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon twice a, and x will be equal to minus b. यहाँ जो माइनस साइन है ना, उसकी जगह यहाँ पे प्लस साइन आएगा, प्लस अंडर रूट ऑफ बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac अपॉन 2ac. This b square minus 4ac is also represented by a triangle and is called as a discriminant. Okay, so you can, this is important. This will help you decide whether the equation has real roots, equal roots, unequal roots, imaginary roots, irrational roots. All this will be decided by this. Okay. Let us try to solve this. Okay. Here what I have done is I have showed you that here we have the minus sign and here we have the plus sign. So before we do that, we must first find out what is A, what is B, and what is C. The only problem in quadratic when you are solving is that you may tend to forget the sign. Okay, आप कभी भी क्वाड्रेटिक सॉल्व करने जाते हैं तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि जल्दबाजी में हम वो ए बी सी का साइन लेना भूल जाते हैं, तो उतना ही आपको केयरफुल रहना है. एक बार हमने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया ए क्या है, बी क्या है, सी क्या है, उसके बाद हमें क्या करना है, बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac निकालना है और उसके बाद रूट्स निकालना है. Okay, so what is the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to identify A, B, and C. Second step will be what? I'm going to find out B square minus 4ac. And thirdly, I will find out the roots. Okay. I'm showing you the whole method right now, so that just solving many problems, you will be able to understand, or you will be able to appreciate that just looking at b square minus 4ac, you will know whether what answer you've got is correct or not, because b square minus 4ac is going to help you decide the nature of the roots. Okay, so for this, let us see this. A is equal to how much? 1. B is equal to minus 5. And C is equal to 6. Okay. Now let us find out b square minus 4ac. B square is how much? Minus 5 whole square. Minus 4 into A is how much? 1, and C is how much? 6. Initially, I'm writing it down. Why? Because I don't want to make a mistake with the signs. Okay. Otherwise, you can do it even orally also. So how much is this? This is equal to 25 minus 5 whole square. Minus square is plus and 5 square is 25. Minus 4 6 are 24. So how much am I getting? Answer is 1. So b square minus 4ac is 1. क्या हो जाता है, कभी कभी हम ये फॉर्मूला देख के डर के हम सोचते हैं ये हमको करना ही नहीं है. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए हमने ये सिस्टम डेवलप किया है, जिसकी वजह से हम अगर एक प्रॉब्लम को छोटे हिस्सों में बांट के करेंगे तो हमें हमसे गलतियां भी कम होगी और हमें ऐसा डर भी नहीं लगेगा कि इतना बड़ा इक्वेशन है उसको सॉल्व करना है. ओके, सो लेट अस सी. सो हियर व्हाट विल हैपन, x is equal to minus b. b कितना है? -5. So minus of -5 minus b square minus 4ac I know is 1. So square root of 1 upon 2 into a. A is how much? 1. So this is how much? Minus minus plus 5 minus 1, because square root of 1 is 1 upon 2. So this is how much? Minus plus 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 upon 2 is 2. So what is the root, or what is one value of x is 2. Now let us see the other. X is equal to minus of minus 5. Then I have a plus sign. Plus square root of 1 upon 2 into 1. Which is equal to 5 plus 1 upon 2. So x is equal to 3. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? बस ये आपने बोला मैडम, हमने निकाल भी दिया, उसका मीनिंग क्या है? तो लेट अस सी. इसका मतलब होता है कि x की वैल्यू अगर हम इक्वेशन में डालेंगे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे, तो हमारा आंसर आना चाहिए 0. सो लेट अस क्रॉस चेक. ओके, दिस इज क्रॉस चेक. So let us see the LHS for x is equal to 2. Okay. Now, what is my equation? X square minus 5x plus 6. So x will be 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6, which is equal to 4 minus 10 plus 6. 4 minus 10 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0, which is equal to RHS. Okay. मीनिंग ऑफ रूट्स, मीनिंग ऑफ सोल्यूशन क्या होता है कि जो वैल्यू आप निकालोगे उसको आप सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे तो आपको आंसर जो है आपका आरएचएस आना चाहिए. लेट अस कंसिडर, लेट अस क्रॉस चेक फॉर एलएचएस फॉर x is equal to 3. Okay, so x square minus 5x plus 6, ये हो जाएगा x square, 3 square is 9 minus 5 into 3 is 15 plus 6. 9 minus 15 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 6 is 0, which is equal to RHS. Okay. So have you understood that these are the ways you have to find the answer? Yes, Avdesh, Kaushal, Avdesh, plus 2. Okay. So Hannah, we will be having a separate session. In that we will be discussing everything. Okay. Okay. Yes, good afternoon everyone. कहाँ पे -1 है? Yes, clear. Mohammed is saying clear. David, we'll take one more sum. हाँ सत्यम, 2 times निकालना है because there are 2 roots for a quadratic. Okay. Whatever question you have to put it in the chat box. B square minus 4AC minus 1, Harshita is saying. B square. नहीं कैसे बेटा? 5 minus 5 square is plus 25. And 6 into 4 is minus 24. Okay, 24 with a minus sign. So 25 minus 24 is plus 1. Okay. Okay. Now let us take the other sum, next sum, so that once we do that, I think David and others, all those who have a doubt, it will get clear.
Rightly explained. Very good. Actually, students, please understood one point here. Here the degree is second 2. That means it's a quadratic. Quadratic means second degree polynomial. We have 2 roots. If degree is 3, we can get 3 roots of the equation. Means if we substitute those roots in the equation, if it will be equal to 0. That is the meaning of the equation actually. So one is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation form. So we have with the minus and with the plus, the equation, these roots are be separated as follows actually. Over here, A equal to 1, B equal to -1, C equal to -6. If you substitute all these things in these roots, we can get the values. Over to Madam for the further explanation. Madam, thank you so much. Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the kind explanation. So now let us see the next sum. So what is my general equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. So now I will find out here. A is equal to how much? 1. B is equal to how much? -1. And C is equal to how much? -6. Okay. 1 -1 6. एक बार वापस से देख लेंगे. So b square minus 4ac is how much? B square minus 1 square minus 4 into a into c is -6. How much is this? 1 minus, this is -24. Okay, 4 into -6 is -24, but there is one more minus sign over here. So it becomes plus 24. So b square minus 4ac is how much? 25. So x is equal to how much? Minus b, minus of -1 minus square root of 25 upon twice a, 2 into 1. Okay, so how much is this? 1 minus 5 upon 2. So this is equal to -2. Okay. Now here x is equal to minus of -1 plus square root of 25 upon 2 into 1, which is equal to 1 plus 5. Sorry, not 25. Square root will be 5. Okay. Upon 2. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 upon 2, that is answer is 3. So what is the answer? -2, 3. Okay. David, have you understood? Okay, very good. Very good. Anusupa, Harshita. Yes. Yes, Riya, okay. Yes, Darshini, Gurpreet, Avisha. Yeah, very good. Excellent. यश, मेरा माइक ऑन है. आपका वीडियो का माइक बंद होगा शायद. Okay. Everybody is understood now? Yeah. Let us go now to the very interesting thing. Why I have told you to find out b square minus 4ac? Let us see. Okay. Because it leads us to the nature of roots. Once I am able to find out what is b square minus 4ac, I will be able to know how my roots are. So if it is, once I find out b square minus 4ac, if it is equal to 0, अगर मैंने b और a और c की वैल्यूज डाली और वो 0 आती है, तो रूट्स आर रियल एंड इक्वल. ओके, रूट्स आर रियल एंड इक्वल. b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac इज ग्रेटर देन 0. मतलब क्या हो गया? पॉजिटिव आ गया. अंडर रूट के अंडर जो है, ये जो है अंडर रूट b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac, वो क्या हो गया? एक अंडर रूट ऑफ पॉजिटिव नंबर आ गया. ठीक है. If it's that the case, the roots are real and unequal. Okay, real and unequal. If it is less than 0, आपको मालूम है, हम लोग ने स्कूल में पढ़ा है कि अगर नेगेटिव नंबर का स्क्वायर रूट होता है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स में आता है. ओके. So if b square minus 4ac are less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. Okay. Now, if b square minus 4ac is a perfect square, that is the roots are real, rational and unequal. Real, rational and unequal. If it is positive, so if b square minus 4ac is positive, but it also has the quality of being a perfect square, then it is real, rational and unequal or distinct. Okay. What will happen if it is not a perfect square? Then it will be real, irrational and unequal. मतलब यहाँ ये क्या हो जाएगा? ये usually pairs में आता है. Okay, so you will have 2 plus root 3 and then you will have 2 minus root 3. Okay, इस तरह का irrational numbers में आ जाएगा. Yes, easy. Okay. Manisha, just listen. Ye. Abhishek, it is the second chapter that is continuing. Okay. Now, irrational roots occur in conjugate pairs. Okay. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Conjugate pairs. That is, if m plus root n, then the other root will be m minus root n. Okay. अभी मैंने दिखाया ना ये 2 plus root 3 और 2 minus root 3 यही लिखा है यहाँ पे. If one root is reciprocal to the other, then the product is 1. And so C upon A is equal to 1. That is C is equal to A. Okay, ये सब theory में आ सकता है. This 2 slides are very important in terms of theory also. So if one root is, suppose one root is alpha, and then we say the other root will be 1 upon alpha, because one root is reciprocal of the other, then the product of roots pure, उसको क्या लिखेंगे? अल्फा इंटू 1 अपॉन अल्फा विच इज इक्वल टू 1. What does it imply? It implies C is equal to A. Okay. So ये वाली जो चीजें है ना आपको याद करनी पड़ेंगी, और याद करना क्या है, आप जितने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे आपको बहुत आसानी हो जाएगी. इफ वन रूट इज इक्वल टू द अदर बट ऑपोजिट इन साइन, मतलब एक अल्फा है और दूसरा माइनस अल्फा है, देन एडिशन ऑफ रूट्स, एडिशन और सम ऑफ रूट्स क्या हो जाएगा? अल्फा प्लस माइनस अल्फा. तो ये क्या हो गया? 0. ओके, दिस इज इक्वल टू 0. व्हाट डज इट इंप्लाई? बी इज इक्वल टू 0. ओके, सो I will just repeat. What will happen? I first find out b square minus 4ac. I see whether it is positive or negative. Okay, if it is positive, then I want to see whether it is a perfect square or not. If it is a perfect square, then I get roots which are real. Okay, and happen when b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that is, it is positive, but it is not a perfect square, then you will get roots which are real irrational. Okay, so like, and they will appear in conjugate. Okay, so m plus root n, m minus root n. What will happen if b square minus 4ac is less than 0? That is, it is a negative number. As we know, finding out of a negative number that goes into complex numbers, and so the roots that we obtained will be complex conjugate. Okay, so those will be imaginary.
While seeing the examples, you can understand the students what are these imaginary roots also be. In the upcoming slides, madam may be taken some examples based on that actually. It is given
Yes,
in the
sir.
study material also, I think so, madam.
Yes, sir. Those I have taken over here also, so
Yeah,
that they will
that's
be
fine.
able to understand. Yes, sir.
Yes, students can understand those examples, and based on this question example, we can identify the nature of the equation actually, whether they have the real or irrational or rational or irrational, and are like equal roots. That is
Yes.
the main objective of the finding these equations. Yes, madam.
Yes. So this is another way. Okay, this is one way of solving a quadratic. The other way is the factor method. Okay, so that also I want to show you. Here the number is 8. So what will be the factors? Okay, what will be the factors over here? 4 into 2. Okay, 4 into 2. I have a minus 2 here. So it will be minus 4 into plus 2, because here the number is minus 8. You remember, I'm just revising what we have done in school. So 8 has the factors 4 and 2, and because I need a minus sign here also and here also, so it will be minus 4 into 2. So what will be the factors? X minus 4 and x minus 4 and x minus plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Here what will happen? 6x square plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. So 6 into 6, A into C, that is equal to 36. What can the factors of 36 be? Okay. So here we have a minus 6, so you have a minus 8. What are the factors of 36? 6 into 6, 18 into 2, and 9 into 4. Okay. Now, here I have 5. What is the addition over here? This is equal to 12, or because I'm talking of minus sign, so it can be 12. Here it will be 16, minus 16, or it can be plus 16. Here what can I have? 9 plus, so this can be plus 5 or minus 5. What do I need? Plus 5. So that means I will choose this. So because there is a plus 5, so sign of the bigger number, so 9. So x plus 9, I mean not x plus 9. Then you will have to solve it over here because there is 6x square. Okay. Then you already know this. Now you're going to write using 6x square. Okay. So because this is 6x square, I cannot write directly, but basic concept of factor method you have understood. Yes, very, very easy. Yes, David. Now coming to the important part on which a lot of questions are asked, what is the sum of root and product of roots? Okay, if I have a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then sum of roots, okay, and x and alpha and beta are roots. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? अल्फा. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? बेटा. Okay. Please put in the chat box. Yes. So alpha and beta. So sum of roots is given by minus b upon a. So this is equal to what? Alpha plus beta. Product of roots alpha beta. अल्फा बीटा कहाँ से आया उसको आपको डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं, आपको बस याद रखना है कि प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट जो है उसको बोलते हैं अल्फा बीटा, और वो होता है सी बाय ए, एंड सम ऑफ रूट्स होता है माइनस बी बाय ए. ये जो माइनस साइन है ये आप बिल्कुल भूलिएगा नहीं. Yes, Vijisha, very good. Okay. Now let us examine the roots. धीरे धीरे समझेगा. जिन्होंने ये पहली बार किया है, यस मोटाहारा अभी समझा रहे हैं. सो आपको ये जैसे जैसे आप करेंगे, क्योंकि वो थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट है, उसको जब हम लोग एप्लीकेशन करेंगे तो वो कॉन्सेप्ट आपको ज्यादा अच्छे से समझेगा. सो लेट अस सी, एग्जामिन रूट्स ऑफ द इक्वेशन. What do they want? They don't want the answer. What is the root? They want you to tell them the nature of roots. So this is what is the plus or minus. So what we are going to find out? B square minus 4AC. Now here, what is my A? A is 1. What is my B? B is minus 8. C is how much? 60. Okay. Now B square minus 4AC is how much? Minus 8 whole square minus 4 into a into 16. So this is 64 minus 4 6 is 64. So this is equal to 0. Now can you quickly put in the chat box what will be the roots be? Roots will be how much? Will they be real? Will they be imaginary? Will they be rational? Will they be irrational? Will they be equal? Will they be अनइक्वल? पूरा आंसर बताइएगा. ठीक है. ओके, एक्सेलेंट एक्सेलेंट. वाओ, good answers, so many. Yes, Chaitanya, you joined in late.
Yes.
Okay, very good. This means it is real, rational and equal.
Equal roots.
Yes, thank you. Now let us go over here. A is equal to 3, B is equal to minus 8, C is equal to 4. Okay. So B square minus 4AC is equal to minus 8 square minus 4 into A into C. So this is equal to 64 minus 16 into 3 minus 48, which is equal to 12. No, not 12. 16, I think. No? 64 minus 48, 16. Again, what was this? This is a perfect square, right? Because we can find out square root of 16. Yes, so it is a perfect square. So what will the answer be? It will be real, rational, but unequal. Okay. So the two roots will be different. Now let us see here. A is equal to 5, B is equal to minus 4, C is equal to minus 2. What will be B square minus 4AC? This is equal to 4 square minus 4 square minus 4 into 5 into minus 2. How much is this? 16 minus into minus plus. So this is 20 into 2 is 40 plus 40, which is equal to 56. So what is now? Is it positive? Yes. Is it a perfect square? No. So what will be the answer? Yes. No, why imaginary? It is not negative. Okay. Manisha, Bhumika, it's not negative. Yes. Very good. Real, irrational, and unequal. Okay. Real, irrational, and unequal. Now let us see this last one. A is equal to 2, B is equal to minus 6, and C is equal to minus 3. Okay. So B square minus 4AC is equal to minus 6 whole square minus 4 into A into minus 3. This is equal to 36 minus 4, this is plus 12, 12 to the 24. Okay. So this is equal to 60. Okay. So similarly, we have real, irrational, and unequal. Okay. Yes, very good. Because see, what will happen, they will give you all the options. Okay, so some of them will be half correct. So you should know. Now let us go to, so before we go forward, let me just revise this. So what we will do, we'll find delta, which is equal to b square minus 4ac. जिनको भी समझ में नहीं आया वो थोड़ा सा ध्यान दे. ये क्या हो सकता है कि एक तो मेरा डेल्टा पॉजिटिव है, इसको बोलते हैं पॉजिटिव when delta is greater than or equal to 0, and या delta मेरा less than 0 है, मतलब delta नेगेटिव है. नेगेटिव वाला निपटा देते हैं. अगर डेल्टा लेस देन 0 है तो रूट्स कितने होंगे? इमेजिनरी. ये इमेजिनरी और कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट होंगे. अब डेल्टा ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू 0 है, इसकी 3 कंडीशन आ सकती है. एक क्या होता है कि डेल्टा इक्वल टू 0, दूसरा होगा डेल्टा ग्रेटर देन 0 प्लस परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. ठीक है. और तीसरा होगा डेल्टा कितना खराब हो गया. डेल्टा ग्रेटर देन 0 नॉट अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. ठीक है. डेल्टा ग्रेटर देन 0 होगा तो क्या होगा? रूट्स विल बी रियल, rational, and equal. Roots will be real, rational, and equal. If delta is greater than 0 and it is a perfect square, then it is real, rational, but unequal. If delta is greater than 0 and not a perfect square, so real, irrational, and unequal. ठीक है. So इस तरह से आप याद रखिएगा तो आपको याद आ जाए. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. So many of you answering so well. Now let us go to the next one. Prince, doesn't matter. You have to see this video 2-3 times. Okay, you can go to the YouTube. You can see. You can go to your app and see them, okay? Or you can go to live viewers live and or there also you can see, okay? जिनका स्कूल में हो गया है या तो उनको और आसानी हो जाती है. Now let us go forward with the exercise. Crystal clear. Abhishek is saying crystal clear. Thank you, Abhishek. Previous slide, Shreya? Yes. Okay. Anything you miss, you can always go back. That's the best thing that the ICAI has done. It has given you free lectures which you can access anytime. Okay. Yes, Shreya, welcome. Now, if the roots of the equation are equal, then the value of m is, see, they are already telling you roots are equal. Now let us go to here. When are the roots equal? Roots are equal when delta is equal to 0. Okay. When delta is equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Now what is my equation? 2x square plus 8x minus m cube is equal to 0. So this will give me a is equal to 2, b is equal to 8 and c is equal to minus m cube. ये बस प्लीज आप लोग इतना ध्यान दीजिएगा कि यहाँ पे माइनस है, ठीक है. Now we will find out b square minus 4ac is equal to how much? b कितना है 8. So 8 square minus 4 into 2 into minus m cube. This is equal to 8 square is 64 minus this 4 to the 8 and this minus m cube. माइनस स्क्वायर माइनस को स्क्वायर करेंगे तो प्लस हो जाएगा, लेकिन माइनस को क्यूब करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? वापस माइनस आएगा. सो दिस विल बी माइनस एम क्यूब. ठीक है. ये माइनस इंटू दिस माइनस बिकम्स प्लस. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू 64 प्लस 8 एम क्यूब. ठीक है. बट अभी क्या बोल रहे हैं कि ये जो है इक्वल टू 0 होना चाहिए अगर रूट्स रियल और इक्वल है. सो इक्वेटिंग टू 0, I get 64 plus 8m cube is equal to 0. 8m cube is equal to minus 64. M cube is equal to minus 64 upon 8. 64 और 8 क्या है? 8 8 से 64. This is equal to minus 8. M cube is minus 8. So m will be equal to how much? It will be the cube root of minus 8. स्क्वायर रूट नहीं निकाल सकते नेगेटिव नंबर का, लेकिन क्यूब रूट तो हम निकाल सकते हैं. तो दिस इज इक्वल टू -2. सो m इज इक्वल टू -2. सो d विल बी द आंसर. ठीक है. ये सिर्फ एक कंफ्यूजन होता है कि स्क्वायर रूट वाला हमारे दिमाग में इतना रहता है तो हम बोलते हैं अरे नन ऑफ दिस. अब यहाँ पे तो नन ऑफ दिस ऑप्शन नहीं था, लेकिन अगर वहां पे होता तो हम कर देते, क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि स्क्वायर रूट तो निकलता नहीं नेगेटिव नंबर का. लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको ध्यान रखना है कि ये क्यूब रूट है. सो यू कैन हैव अ माइनस साइन. ओके. यस, वेरी गुड. सो मेनी ऑफ यू आर आंसरिंग. डीप में एक्सप्लेन जैसे और सम्स करेंगे ना तो आपको अभी से तब आपको अच्छे से आ जाएगा. ठीक है. ओके. एक्सपोनेंशियल के सम्स देख के हम लोग डर के भाग जाते हैं. ठीक है. लेकिन हमारे को एडवांटेज है कि हमारा एमसीक्यू पेपर है, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? आई कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट. ओके. सो आई कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, इवन इफ इट द equation is satisfied by one number, you have to complete it with the second number also. Okay. So you can do that. I will also show you the method. So first let us see. Let us first see. देखो 0 3 जगह आ रहा है, तो पहले मैं 0 से ट्राई करती हूँ. ओके. और 1 2 जगह आ रहा है, 3 एक जगह आ रहा है, -3 एक जगह आ रहा है. ठीक है. तो बहुत से प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि 0 तो है. अब मैं यहाँ देखती हूँ कि यहाँ 0 3 है और 0 - 3 है, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं देखूं इन दोनों में से कोई एक करके. सो लेट अस ट्राई विद 0 3. सो आई एम कंसिडरिंग C 0 3. ठीक है. सो 2 into 0 plus 3 minus 3 square होता है 9 इन 2 raised to 0 plus 1. अभी इसको पूरे को 1 नहीं करना, ये 2 into 0 कितना हो गया 0, 0 plus 3 मतलब 3 हो गया. तो दिस इज इक्वल टू 2 raised to 3 minus 9 into 2 raised to 0. 2 raised to 0 is 1, so minus 9 plus 1. So how much is this? 2 3 is 2 cube is 8. 8 plus 1 minus 9. तो आंसर 3 2 raised to 0 plus 3. So this is 8 minus 9 plus 1. Answer is 0, which is equal to RHS. Okay. तो 0 तो पक्का हो गया, तो 0 आ गया. अब पुटते हैं, पुटिंग x is equal to 3. ठीक है. यहाँ पे x is equal to 3 LHS में डाला तो क्या हो गया 2 raised to 2 into 3 plus 3 minus 9 into 2 raised to 3 plus 1. ये कितना हो गया 2 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 9. So this is equal to 2 raised to 9 minus 9 into 8 plus 1. Okay. So how much will this be? How much is 2 raised to 9? Quickly give me the answer. 2 raised to 9 is how much? 5 and 2. Okay. So 5 and 2. So LHS is how much? 5 and 2 minus 72 plus 1, which is not equal to 0. ठीक है. So this I am not getting the answer. So plus 3 is not possible. Okay. So C is not the answer. Let us try the D one. Okay. What is D saying? D is saying 0 minus 3. अभी 0 वापस करने की जरूरत नहीं, हमें मालूम है 0 जो है हमारा राइट आ रहा है, तो 0 तो है ही फैक्टर. अभी -3 देखना है. सो लेट अस सी. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू 2 raised to 2 into -3 plus 3 minus 3 square into 2 raised to -3 plus 1. So how much is this? 2 raised to -6 plus 3. -6 plus 3 is -3. So 2 raised to -3. -9 into 2 raised to -3 plus 1. I can take 2 raised to -3 outside. 2 raised to -3. 1 minus 9 plus 1. How much is 1 minus 9? It is 8. 2 raised to -3 can be written as 1 upon 8. Isn't it? 2 raised to 3 is this. And 1 minus 9 can be written as -8 plus 1. So 8 cancel ho gaya. 1 into -1 is -1 plus 1, which is equal to 0. So answer is correct, which is equal to RHS. So -3 is also the factor. So this is your solution. Okay. Yes, very good. Mandeep, Palak, Supa, Suryananda, Vijisha, Sabira, Almas, Gunpreet. Very good. Understood now? Vijisha also has understood. Great. The alternate method, मैं बता के रख रही हूँ. Okay, I'm just telling you. You can put. That is why I keep saying the lesson on indices is very important. So this I can write it as 2 raised to 2x into 2 raised to 3 minus 3 raised to 2 into 2 raised to x plus 1. Okay. Whatever I use, a raised to m plus n is equal to a raised to m into a raised to n. Now 2 raised to 3 is 8. So this is 8 into 2 raised to 2x minus 9 2 raised to x plus 1 is equal to 0. यहाँ पे into. Now you can put 2 raised to x is equal to t. Okay. Now what will I get? What will this become? Because this is 2 raised to 2x, it will become 8t square minus 9t plus 1 is equal to 0. And you can use the normal factorization method and solve it also. But why I have showed you this substitution method? Because many of us are not very haven't practiced indices so well right now, and so that is why we have solved it using the options. Okay. Yes, very good, Bhumika, Ria. This type of questions. Okay. Here the method is there. Okay, so you have to follow the method and appreciate that this is going to infinity. Okay, so it's an infinite series. When we do the chapter on series, we will be talking more about infinite series. Now, let this be equal to x say. Okay, इसको सबको मिला के हमने equal to x किया. Now, can you see? This portion is same as this 4 plus 1 upon x. This is also 4 plus 1 upon something. So what will this? For this also I can write x. So x this x is equal to 4 plus 1 upon x. I repeat, the first step is take this whole thing and say that is equal to x. But it is a recurring thing. So even in the denominator, I can write as x. Why? Because it's the same thing, 4 plus 1 upon something. And again, this is 4 plus 1 upon something. So this is also equal to x. So x is equal to 4 plus 1 upon x. Now what do? I cross multiply. I put a 1 below the 4 so that I don't make a mistake. So what will this be? X square is equal to 4x plus 1. So what will I get? X square minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. तो ये plus 1 इधर जाएगा, minus हो जाएगा, 4x उधर जाएगा, minus 1 हो जाएगा. So x square minus 4x minus 1. Okay. Now, as you can see, it is irrational. Okay. And in pairs. So what will this be? A perfect square और नॉट परफेक्ट से. सो विच ऑफ दिस विल इट बी? लेट अस सी. जब भी आप ऐसे भी सॉल्व कर रहे हैं ना, तो भी आप नेचर ऑफ रूट्स देखिए और देखिए आपको आंसर आ रहा है कि नहीं. ओके, सो नाउ लेट अस सी. How much is A? A is equal to 1. How much is B? B is equal to minus 4. C is equal to minus 1. Okay, B square minus 4AC, which is equal to B square is how much? Minus 4. So minus 4 square minus 4 into A into minus 1. This is equal to 16. Minus 4 into minus 1 will be plus 1. So this will be plus 4, which is equal to 20. Okay. Now I have x will be equal to plus or minus b, sorry, not plus or minus. X is equal to x is equal to b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2. Okay. So what will I have? X is equal to b is minus b. So x is minus of minus 4 plus square root of 20 upon 2, or x is equal to minus of minus 4 plus square root of, or not plus, minus. Minus of minus 4 minus square root of 20 upon 2. Okay. Now square root of 20 is 4, factors of 20 is 20 can be written as 4 into 5. So square root of 20 can be written as square root of 4 into 5. 4 तो perfect square है, निकल आएगा fact इसके बाहर, so this is equal to 2 root 5. So square root of 20 can be written as 2 root 5. So this is equal to minus into minus, so it becomes plus. So 2 plus or minus plus 2 square root of 5 upon 2. Numerator also there is a 2 which I can take common out. This is also 2 I can take common out. This is also 2 and I can take it common out. So 4 plus 2 square root of 5. So I take 2 common out. Answer will be 2 plus root 5. Here minus into minus plus. So this is becomes 4 minus 2 root 5 upon 2. So I take the 2 out. So it is 2 minus root 5. So 2 plus root 5 and 2 minus root 5. दिस तो होने नहीं वाला, यहाँ पे हम जल्दबाजी में टिक कर सकते हैं, बट द आंसर हैज 2 रूट्स. ओके, द क्वाड्रेटिक हैज 2 रूट्स, सो दिस इज 2 plus or minus root 5. Okay, those of you who find I have taken it very slowly, okay, but still if you find something you can go back to the video, watch it again, and then you'll understand. The only thing important here is writing that equal to x and then writing what I have marked in yellow also equal to x. So 4 plus 1 upon x is equal to x, and from there it becomes very easy. You just form a quadratic equation and solve it. Understood? Yes, very good. Yes. Please put in the chat box whether you've understood, and you can also like, subscribe the ICAI YouTube channel. Square कैसे आया? Okay, ये देखिए, ये ना थोड़ा सा आपको मैथ ब्रश अप करना पड़ेगा. Okay, x plus 4 plus 1 upon x. So what will happen in the right hand side? I take the LCM. X is equal to upon x. So 4x plus 1, this becomes an LCM. Now I cross multiply. ये जो x है उधर जाएगा. X square is equal to 4x plus 1. अभी इस सब को इधर लाना है. So x square minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. ठीक है प्रिंस, समझा? Yes. Samiran, I hope you've understood. First you will put this whole thing equal to x, then for the yellow portion you'll also put it in as x, then you will solve the simplify, not solve, you will simplify the equation and you will get the quadratic from there. So what quadratic did I get? X square minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0, and then I solve it. Okay, yes, understood. Lavisha, clear. Tanu, Harshita, Suryananda, Sapna, yes. Okay, ठीक है. I will. Okay. Pragati, I'll just check. Yes, Samir. See, Sabira has now understood. Okay, Ashvika, I have now written. So I hope you have now come to know how I formed the equation. Okay, ये कैसे बना equation वो भी लिख के दे दिया है, तो आप कभी भी वीडियो पे आराम से देख के वहां दे सकते हैं. ठीक है समीरन, I hope you have understood now. बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac, तो b का जो वैल्यू है वो डाला है और ac का वैल्यू डाला है. ओके, Ashwika, no problem. I always explain everything, Don't worry. And what I'm writing in English only. So don't worry about it. Now alpha and beta be the roots of the equation. The value of alpha square plus beta square. These are the very popular questions that we have. Okay. If alpha and beta be the roots of the equation, मतलब जो कोई value x की आ रही है, one value of x is called as alpha the other value as beta. Okay, so whatever we have like here, okay, so suppose I call this as alpha and then I call this as beta. So we are just putting the just writing it that way. I mean, you can write it anyways, but in the question it is already given to us that call that as one root as alpha and one root as beta and find the value of alpha square and plus beta square. Now, what you have to remember here is that you have to use your algebraic, formula a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole square. Those simple formulae we have to use over here to get the answer. The second thing you have to remember is sum of roots. Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a and product of roots is equal to c by a. Sum of roots. Now what is here? Sum of roots is alpha plus beta and what is here? Product of roots is c by a. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Okay. Now let us consider this equation first. 2x square minus 4x minus 3 is equal to 0. A is equal to 2. B is equal to minus 4, C is equal to minus 3. Okay. Now alpha plus beta. यहाँ पे हमें roots नहीं निकालने हैं, हमें direct value निकालनी है alpha square plus beta square. So alpha plus beta, sum of roots is minus b by a. How much is this? Minus of minus 4 upon 2. So alpha plus beta is minus into minus is plus, plus 4 upon 2, answer is 2. Okay. Now let us find out alpha beta. Alpha beta is C upon A. C is equal to minus 3 upon 2. Okay. So alpha beta is minus 3 upon 2. But what have they asked us? They have asked us to find out alpha square plus beta square. Okay. Now here I have already written the this thing. So x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy. Remember class 7th 8th we have done. Now what I want is alpha square plus beta square. So I will write x square plus y square is equal to x plus y whole square minus 2xy. Okay. Why do I do this? Because I have this unique thing, and this is unique to quadratic equation. I have this unique thing where I write, if I have a plus b or x plus y, that is sum of roots, and a into b or x into y, then I have product of roots. Okay, so here for this, I'm going to write it as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Now this is equal to sum of roots whole square minus 2 into product of roots. Okay. Now sum of roots is 2, 2 square minus 2 into product of roots is minus 3 upon 2. So this 2 will get cancelled. So this is 4. Plus. Why plus? Because minus into minus becomes plus and 3. 2 to cancel हो गया, 3 बचा है, 4 plus 3 which is equal to 7. So B will be the answer. Okay. So B will be the answer. Yes, very good. Yes, so nice, Kaushal, Avdesh, Samreen. Okay. Almas. How to do with first method, Krupali? Just solve it. Okay, you can solve it. 2x square minus 4x minus 3. 2x square minus 4x minus 3, which is equal to 0. Okay. So I will have b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac. b square is minus 4 whole square minus 4 into 2 into minus 3. So how much is this? 16 minus 12 into 2, 24. So this will be 24. 6 plus 24. Okay. So you've got this is 2, 3, 40 b square minus 4ac, and then you have to solve it. Find the value of alpha, find the value of beta, and then you can solve it. But why? Because again, square root of 40, you will get an irrational number. So it is better you just use sum of root and product of roots. Okay. I'll just repeat this. Do I have a similar sum? What I will do, I will just explain again. What is the equation? 2x square minus 4x minus 3. Okay. 2x square minus 4x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now sum of roots is given by minus b by a. Product of roots is given by c by a. Sum of roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of roots is alpha into beta, which is equal to c by a. Okay. Now a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to minus 3. Okay. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus of minus 4 upon 2. So this is equal to plus 2. Alpha beta is equal to minus 3 upon 2. Okay. Now I will use, because what do I want? I want alpha square plus beta square. ये चाहिए ना हमें, वैल्यू इसकी निकालनी है. So alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So this is equal to alpha plus beta is 2. So this is 4 minus 2 into 3 by 2 with a minus sign, because alpha beta is minus 3 by 2. So this 2 gets cancelled. Minus into minus becomes plus, and this becomes equal to 7. Okay. Now I hope everybody has understood. Please put in the chat box now whether you have understood or not. Okay. Yes. Yes. Kirti, Ashwika, Nisha, Abhishek, Tanisha, Sabira, Mandeep, Shreya, Anishka, Gauri, Davisha, Riya, Almas. Okay. तो अब ब्रेक तो बनता है ना, इतना बड़ा सम कर लिया तो. So let us take a quick break and come back in 2 minutes. Okay, we have a lot to do. ब्रेक ले लें. Thank you. All of you have understood? Yeah. Kaushal has written, before this lecture, I was not able to solve these sums, but now it is easy. Very good. Yes, Chaitanya, now you need to practice it. Okay, so you can do it with practice. Very good. So, if the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation is equal to the sum of the squares of their reciprocal, then b square upon ac plus bc upon a square is equal. Okay. So, what will we say? We'll say, let alpha and beta be the roots. Okay. If alpha and beta be the roots, if the sum of the roots, so alpha plus beta is equal to the sum of the squares of their reciprocal. Reciprocal means what? If I have alpha, 1 upon alpha will be the reciprocal. If I have beta, I will have 1 upon beta as the reciprocal. But they are saying squares of the reciprocal, means square of the reciprocal is equal to the sum of, means what? I will have alpha plus beta is equal to the sum of the reciprocal. So 1 upon alpha square and 1 upon beta square. I will repeat once again. What have they given? We'll say let alpha and beta be the roots of the equation. Roots of the quadratic equation. Then alpha plus beta is equal to 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square is equal to the sum of the squares of the reciprocal. Sum of squares of reciprocal. Okay. That is the most important key words here. Now, let us cross multiply over here on the right hand side. Alpha square plus beta, alpha square into beta square, that is LCM. So this will be beta square plus alpha square. Okay. Alpha plus beta is equal to beta square plus alpha square upon this thing. So alpha plus beta is equal to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta whole square. Now what is it I can write for alpha square plus beta square? Now I have to use the algebraic equation. Okay, algebraic this thing. So I have x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square minus plus 2xy. Okay, so x square plus y square is equal to x plus y whole square minus 2xy. This is what I'm going to use over here. So alpha square plus beta square. Let me write this. And please remember that this is just the formula I have written for you. Okay. So here alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Okay. Now, what is this? Alpha plus beta. This is equal to sum of root square. And what is this? 2 into product of roots. Okay. Now let us see. How much is my sum of roots? My sum of roots, which is equal to minus b by a, and my product of roots is equal to c by a. Okay. The equation itself is ax square plus bx plus c. So this sum of roots will be equal to minus b upon a whole square minus 2 into c upon a. Okay. So I have got alpha square plus beta square is equal to this much. Okay. Which is equal to b square upon a square minus 2c upon a. Okay. Which is also equal to b square minus 2ac upon a square. LCM ले लिया, यहाँ a square है, यहाँ a है. So my alpha square plus beta square is equal to b square minus 2ac upon a square. Now let us substitute over here. Alpha plus beta I know is minus b by a. How much is numerator? B square minus 2ac upon a square. And denominator is alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is how much? C upon a. So C upon a whole square. Okay. So I will get minus b by a to be equal to b square minus 2ac upon a square upon c square upon a square. Okay. So this a square and this a square will get cancelled. So I am left with minus b upon a is equal to b square minus 2ac upon c square. So I cross multiply, what do I get? Minus b c square is equal to a b square minus 2a square c. Okay. Now what happens here is, what do I want? b square upon ac. मुझे चाहिए क्या? b square upon ac plus bc upon a square. bc upon a square. Okay. Now I have a b square here. I have a b square here and I have a bc here. So what do? I take this to the left and take this to the right. So I have 2ac, a square c is equal to ab square plus bc square. इसको हमने यहाँ लाया और इसको यहाँ लेके गए. Now what I do? I divide this by a square c. I divide this by a square c. So dividing by a square c. So 2 is equal to ab square upon a square c plus bc square upon a square c. So this is 2 is equal to a gets cancelled 1. I will left with b square अपॉन ए सी. ये कैंसिल किया तो ये एक ए कैंसिल हुआ है तो ए सी प्लस नाउ 1c is going to get cancelled with this, so I will have bc upon a square. This is what they asked. Okay, यही पूछा है ना क्वेश्चन में. ये आ गया आंसर. क्या आ गया? 2 आ गया. आंसर आ गया 2. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? नहीं इतना बड़ा तो ये नहीं, ये हाँ रिपीट करने वाले. डोंट वरी. Basic, if you've understood, then what I'm telling you will be easy. See, you will most probably not get such a long one, but this is only there for your understanding so that you know part of that may be asked. So you should be able to do that. What happens in such type of sums? आप ध्यान दीजिए कि इस तरह के सम्स को आपको कैसे हैंडल करना है. ये इसके लिए यह सम लिया है ताकि उसमें सब आ गया है. एल्जेब्राइक आ गया है और आपका जो बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज है क्वाड्रेटिक की वो भी आ गए. सो आई रिपीट इन इंग्लिश that this sum is highlighting what are the different types of things that they can ask in a quadratic equation. So you can mark this question as a comprehensive question where everything that you know about quadratic you can use over here. They have given you the simplest form of the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. They have said they are asking you to find the value of some this thing, some fraction, some equation element b square upon ac plus bc upon a square. What usually happens is that just looking at this, you feel afraid and you don't want to tackle the sum. You should not do that. I will tell you how you are supposed to do it. Okay. I'll just take it here again. See, simple ax square plus bx plus c. What is my sum of roots? Sum of root is minus b by a. Product of roots is plus c by a. Okay. Now what have they given? आपको एक्स्ट्रा क्या दिया है? They are saying that alpha plus beta is equal to 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. ठीक है? The two roots are such that the sum of the roots is given by this. Now I have to solve the RHS first. RHS of this equation. So 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square is equal to alpha square plus beta square अपॉन अल्फा स्क्वायर बीटा स्क्वायर. यहाँ पे देख के आपको आना चाहिए प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स. ओके, यू शुड बी एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई whenever you are solving this type of sum, try to put in sum of roots, product of roots, because that is going to make your life easy. अगर आप नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा? डिफिकल्टी बढ़ेगी, टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा और आंसर भी नहीं आएगा. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट सी, एंड whenever you see something like अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर, तुरंत आपके दिमाग में आना चाहिए अल्फा प्लस बीटा होल स्क्वायर माइनस 2 अल्फा बीटा. ये तुरंत कब आएगा? जब आप बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस करोगे. ठीक है? सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू दिस. हाउ मच इज दिस? सम ऑफ रूट्स. सम ऑफ रूट्स इज गिवन बाय माइनस बी बाय ए. सो this becomes b square upon a square minus 2c upon a. Okay, so this becomes this. I have solved alpha square plus beta square equal to this upon alpha beta square. So what is happening? This is alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square beta square to be equal to b, and I'll solve this simply because this is a square in the denominator, this is a, I take the LCM as a square, so this becomes b square minus 2ac. Okay, so this is equal to b square minus 2ac upon a square upon alpha square into beta square is c upon a whole square, c square upon a square. Any fraction in the denominator will get flipped. This is equal to b square minus 2ac upon a square into a square upon c square. This a square gets cancelled. You are left with this. So this is equal to this much. So what is my left hand side? Alpha plus beta. That is, I can substitute. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So minus b by a is equal to b square minus 2ac upon c square. I cross multiply. So I get minus c square b is equal to ab square minus 2a square c. Okay, so I take the 2ac a square c to this side. So 2a square c is equal to ab square plus bc square. I divide by a square c. So this is equal to 2 upon ab square upon a square c plus bc square upon a square c. And I get this to be equal to b square upon ac plus bc upon a square. Okay, so answer is 2. Everybody is understood? Abhishek, you have to just keep on practicing. तब ये आपको अच्छे से डेवलप हो जाएगा, ठीक है। आपको बिल्कुल चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं, आप लोग अभी बहुत छोटे हो, यू आर सो यंग, यू आर सो फुल ऑफ एनर्जी, no, you just need to put in the practice effort and believe in yourself. The main thing is believing that you can conquer maths and you can get very good marks in maths. आप target ही अच्छा सा रखिए, then you will work towards it, okay? In maths, don't feel कि I just want to pass, I just want to keep a target, a healthy target of getting more than 70%, more than 80% in maths, and then you will see you can do wonders. Those who are good at it must aim for 100%, okay? So that way you will be able to do well. Now equation is this much and has equal roots. The value of p will be, so equal roots, when will the roots be equal? B square minus 4ac is equal to 0, so roots are equal. So I'll just quickly, how much is a? A is equal to 1. How much is b? B is equal to minus p plus 4. एंड हाउ मच इज सी? सी इज इक्वल टू 2p plus 5. ये ध्यान दीजिएगा, ये पूरा जो है ना वो आपका सी है, 2p plus 5. कई बच्चे सिर्फ 5 ले लेते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. और एनी नंबर, एनीथिंग दैट इज देयर इन द इक्वेशन विदाउट अ वैल्यू ऑफ x विल बी योर सी. No, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. b is how much? Minus this thing. So I'm going to substitute b square minus 4ac. b square is minus of p plus 4 whole square minus 4 into a is 1 into 2p plus 5 is equal to 0. Now I have minus square, so minus minus becomes plus. P plus 4 whole square is p square plus 8p plus 16, okay, minus 8p. 4 into 2p is 8p minus 4 into 5 is 20 is equal to 0. This plus 8p minus 8p gets cancelled, so this is p square plus 16 minus 20 is minus 4 is equal to 0, okay. So p square is equal to 4. So p is equal to square root of 4, which is equal to plus or minus 2. ठीक है, इन्होंने 2 भी दिया है, minus 2 भी दिया है, but answer will be C, plus or minus 2. Understood? Okay. Shreya, madam writing a square b as ab whole square is not different as a k. No, they are different, beta. Because what are you squaring? Here you are saying na, ab whole square ab whole square can be written as a square b square. Okay, that is because remember ab raised to m in indices chapter is equal to a raised to m into b raised to m. Okay, now let us go to the seventh sum. If the roots of the equation are real, okay, roots are real and equal, and b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then roots are real and unequal. Only they are asking for real. So real means what? When will the roots be real? When b square minus 4ac is a positive number or greater than or equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then the roots are real. Now, how much is a is 1. How much is b? B is equal to 2p minus 1. How much is c? C is equal to p square. Okay. Now b square will be equal to 2p minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 1 into c is how much? P square. I'm just talking about the LHS. Okay. So 2p minus 1 whole square is 4p square minus 4p plus 1 minus 4p square. This 4p square gets cancelled. Now what do I have? Now I write b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. How much is this? Minus 4p plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Now this is a minus sign, so I have to multiply by minus 1. So the 4p plus 1. Now what is important here is when I multiply by minus 1, this will be less than or equal to 1. Okay, it will be less than or equal to 1. Sorry, 0. Sorry, less than or equal to 0. So what do I have now? 4p minus 1. Okay. 4p minus 1. Okay, I am multiplying this by minus 1. So minus 4p becomes plus 4p, plus 1 becomes minus 1. So I will have 4p. I take this minus 1 to this side, it becomes plus 1, less than or equal to 1. So p is less than or equal to 1 by 4. So D is the answer. Okay. Now let us go to the next sum. If p and q are the roots of x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0, then the value of p cube plus q cube is equal to. Okay. So the values of this is, so I will be using this x cube plus y cube is equal to x plus y whole cube minus 3xy into x plus y. Sum of roots is given by minus b by a. So minus b by a is minus 2 upon 1. So answer is minus 2. Product of roots is given by c by a, that is 1 upon 1. Answer is 1. So what am I going to do? I have p cube plus q cube is equal to p plus q whole cube minus 3pq into p plus q. Okay. So I have here p plus q is equal to minus 2 and pq is equal to 1. क्या हो गया? p plus q is equal to minus 2, pq is equal to 1. So I am going to substitute here p plus q is minus 2. So minus 2 whole cube minus 3. pq is how much? Into 1 and into minus 2. p plus q is what? Minus 2. So minus 2 whole cube will be minus 8 and minus 2 into minus this will be equal to 6 plus 6. So minus 8 plus 6 is equal to minus 2. So B will be the answer. Yes? Yes, Almas. Very good. Yes, Mansi? We are doing more sums. So Mansi, you will understand. Okay? Again, with this type of sums, what will happen is, these are lengthy sums. Okay, I'm just tell you how to do it. If in the end we have the time, I will show it to you. I will just tell you the method, because here what is happening here is, if I try to solve this, okay, this is alpha square upon beta minus beta square upon alpha. So this is cross multiplying, taking the LCM as alpha beta. So this becomes alpha cube minus beta cube. Now for alpha cube plus beta cube, there is a direct formula. But here what happens, in alpha cube minus beta cube, you have x minus y and this thing. Now again for x minus y, I have to use this formula. Okay. So I will take it only if there is time. Let us go to the sums which are more probable to come. Then very important thing is formation of quadratic equation. So that what will happen is, the roots are already given to you and then you have to form the quadratic equation. अभी तक आपको इक्वेशन दिया था, आपको रूट्स निकालना था और उस रूट्स को का एप्लीकेशन था. ठीक है. अब क्या है, अब है आपके पास रूट्स दिए हुए हैं, उससे आपको क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बनाना है. सो हाउ डू आई फॉर्म द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन? So quadratic equation, x square minus b by a sum of roots plus c by a is equal to 0 will give you. So x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. And these are the useful formulae. Okay, so I've already put that in the PPT that I have uploaded. So you can use this formula: x plus y whole square, x plus y whole cube, x cube plus y cube. Okay, all these formulas are there. Now, how do I form the new equation? Find the roots. Okay, either they will give you the roots directly and ask you to find the equation, but usually they will give you the roots, they will give you the equation, ask you to find the roots, and then substitute using the combination of these roots. So find the roots, substitute in the expression, and construct or form new equation. Okay, if x alpha and beta be the roots of this equation, find the equation whose roots are alpha plus beta whole square and alpha minus beta whole square. It may look big. आप ये ध्यान दीजिए, आपको लगेगा ये बड़ा सम है, लेकिन इतना बड़ा नहीं है, क्योंकि जो इक्वेशन दिया रहता है ना, बहुत सिंपल सा दिया रहता है. अभी 12 का फैक्टर्स क्या है? 4 and 3. Okay, 12 can be written as 4 into 3 and 7 can be written as 4 plus 3. ठीक है, 4 plus 3 is 7 and 4 into 3 is 12. देखा आपने, बहुत सिंपल वाला है. जब ऐसा सम देंगे ना, तो जो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है उसका आंसर बहुत सिंपल होगा. So how can I write this as this? This is written as x plus 3 into x plus 4 is equal to 0, right? This quadratic can be written as x plus 3 into x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to how much? Minus 3 और x is equal to minus 4, है ना? ये तो हमें पहले से आता ही है. So now what do I want? Alpha plus beta. So let this be equal to alpha. So directly write over here. Okay. You can call anyone as alpha and anyone as beta. So alpha is equal to minus 3 and beta is equal to minus 4. आप उल्टा लेंगे ना, अल्फा को माइनस 4 ले लेंगे तो भी चलेगा. अल्फा प्लस बीटा इज minus 3 minus 4 which is equal to minus 7. Alpha plus beta whole square is equal to minus 7 whole square which is equal to 49. Okay. Alpha into beta is equal to minus 3 into minus 4 which is equal to plus 12. No, you want alpha minus beta, sorry. Now you have got alpha plus beta whole square. Now you need alpha minus beta. Alpha minus beta. Alpha minus beta is minus 3 minus of minus 4. So this is equal to minus 3 minus of minus 4 is plus 4. So minus 3 plus 4, answer is 1. So alpha minus beta is 1. Alpha minus beta whole square is equal to 1 square which is equal to 1. अभी वो क्या बोल रहे हैं? Whose roots are alpha plus beta whole square and alpha plus beta. Now new equation. New equation is how much? X square minus, what is the answer? Sum of roots and product of roots. Alpha square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. अभी हमारे roots क्या क्या आ गए? 49. New roots are 49 and 1. Okay, and 1. So sum of roots will be 49 plus 1 which is equal to 50, and product of roots will be equal to 49 into 1 which is equal to 49. So new equation will be equal to x square. Sum of roots is 50. So minus 50x plus 49 is equal to 0. Okay. X square minus 50x plus 49 is equal to 0. Have you understood? Okay, just quickly put in the chat box. Yes. Okay. So sum of roots are given, product of roots is given. So x square minus sum of roots plus product of roots is equal to 0, and x square So you can use this. You can use this algebraic equations formula that you already know, and you can find the answer. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. Just a minute. Now alpha plus, now these are root. See, whenever I explain, it is, yes, Kaushal, Mansi, Chaitanya. So what happens is you must try it yourself. Okay, then you will understand it much better. Alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Find the value of alpha square upon beta plus beta square upon alpha. Okay. Now let us see. Again see, alpha square upon beta plus beta square upon alpha. I take the LCM, alpha beta. So this will be alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay. Alpha cube plus beta cube upon alpha beta. I have written here alpha cube plus beta cube. So alpha cube plus beta cube can be written as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta alpha plus beta. अभी हमारे पास एक लंबा वाला भी फॉर्मूला है ना, a प्लस बी होल क्यूब का, वो हम क्यों नहीं यूज कर रहे? क्योंकि हमें क्वाड्रेटिक की प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करनी है, सम ऑफ रूट एंड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स. ओके, why are we not using the long solution of a plus b whole cube? Is because we would like to use sum of roots and product of roots properties over here. So alpha plus beta whole cube can be written as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Now, how much is A? A is 2. How much is B? B is minus 4. How much is C? C is equal to minus 1. Okay. So, sum of roots is equal to minus B by A, which is equal to minus of minus 4 upon 2, which is equal to plus 2. Product of roots is equal to C upon A, which is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So now which this will be equal to alpha plus beta whole cube is 2 cube minus 3 into minus 1 by 2, and alpha plus beta is how much? 2. Okay. So this 2 will get cancelled. So this is equal to 8 minus into minus plus 3, which is equal to 11. So alpha cube plus beta cube is 11. Now, what is this? What have they asked us? They have asked us alpha square upon beta plus beta square upon alpha. This I have written as upon alpha beta alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay? Now, alpha cube plus beta cube, I have found it as 11. 8 plus 3, 11. This is alpha cube plus beta cube. Now, how much is alpha into beta? That is product of roots minus 1 half. So, upon minus 1 half. Here hai na product of roots minus 1 half. This is equal to 11 into minus 2 upon 1. Answer is minus 22. Okay. So, this is how you should solve this. Now, quickly, let us go to the very exciting word problems. The sum of two numbers is 8. And the sum of their squares is 34. Sum of the two numbers is 8. This is condition 1 and this is condition 2. 7 plus 10 is 17. So this is already out of question. Sum is 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 3 plus 5, 8. 2 plus 6, 8. So any of this. And the sum of their squares, 16 plus 16, 32. This is not the answer. 9 plus 25, 34. and some condition 1 is satisfied. Yes, condition 2 is satisfied. So this, even though these are questions of quadratic, can you see it is so easy to get the answers over here, so that you don't leave the chapter for option. Okay, so you can easily do it over here. Yes. Now the difference of two positive numbers is 3 and the sum of the squares is 89. Taking the small integer as x, form a quadratic equation and solve it to find integers. Okay, this you don't need to. This is there because usually these sums were to be solved. All you need is difference of two numbers is 3. 7 minus 4 is 3, 5 minus 8 is 3, 3 minus 6 is 3 and 2 minus 5 is 3. Okay. Sum of the squares is 89. So condition 1 is met. Now let us see condition 2. So condition 1 there is no problem. Condition 2. This is 49 plus 16 is 5, 4, 5, 56. Sorry, 66. This is 66. Okay, this is 66, not the answer. This is 25 plus 64, 9, 89. So B is the correct answer. Right? ना इतनी मेहनत कर ली अभी, बिल्कुल सबको अच्छे से आंसर आ रहा है. Very good. You are answering so fast. Yes, Kaushal. Yes, over here so many of you. Palak, Ansupa, Suryananda, Divya, Abhishek, Almas. Yeah, very good. Now, 5 times a positive whole number is 3 less than twice the square of the number. 5 times x is equal to 2x square minus 3. Okay. Is 3 less than twice the number. So let us see for A. A here is 5 into 3, which is equal to 15. And 2 into 9 minus 3. यहाँ पे substitute कर रहे हैं. So this is 18 minus 3 is 15. So A is the correct answer. So 5 times a positive number 5x is 3 less than twice the square. So ये पहले कर लो, twice the square 2x square minus 3. Yes, very good, very good. Then two squares have sides P and P plus 5. मतलब क्या हो गया? दो squares हैं, एक की साइड P है, दूसरे 5 सेंटीमीटर बड़ी है, P plus 5. The sum of the squares is 625. Now let us see. This is the size of the area, size of the square. 10 and 30. Is the difference 5? So no, this is not correct. This you can have. 12 and 25. Is the difference 5? No, I can't take this. So I have either C or D as the answer. 15 or 20. 20 minus 15 is 5. So that is correct. So condition 1, this is condition 1 is satisfied. Second condition is 625. Sum of the square. 15 square is 225. 20 square is 400. Okay, 20 square and then 20 square is 400. If I add them, how much do I get? 625. Second condition is also satisfied. So C is the correct answer. The hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 20. Okay, so last time बताया था ना? It's a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is this longer side. It is 20. The difference between two sides is 4 centimeters. Okay. 11 minus 15, 4. This can be possible. This is also possible. This is also possible. Okay. All three are possible. Remember, you have a square plus b square is equal to c square. Okay. Pythagoras theorem. Now, this thing c square is how much? 400. ऐसे नंबर्स को देखो जिनकी स्क्वायर की एडिशन 400 आनी है. 11 स्क्वायर इज 121. and 15 square is 225. Obviously 5 plus 1 is not 0, so this is not the answer. Now 12 and 16. 12 square is 144, 16 square is 256. So this is 0, this is 0, 400. So 12, 16 is the answer. Okay. Now coming to this, the very interesting part and the remaining part, be very careful, be very attentive. I'm explaining this. देखो बहुत बार बुक्स में लिखा है ना ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड, हमको जो स्कूल में पढ़ाया था वो मेथड मैं आपको सिखा रही हूँ. Now here, this has to be written as x cube plus 0x square minus 7x plus 6. Why? Because I want 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so order should be is important. So I'm going to write down the coefficient. X cube के पहले क्या लिखा है 1, x square के पहले क्या लिखा है 0, x के पहले क्या लिखा है -7 और यहाँ क्या लिखा है 6. Okay, and I'm going to write it like this. And now I'm going to add 1 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus -7 is -6, -6 plus 6 is 0. Okay, so if you add the coefficients, okay, and if it is equal to 0, then 1 is a factor. Then 1 is a factor. Okay, so I will write it as 1. This 1 I am going to copy like this simply. Then here I am going to write 1 into 1. 0 plus 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into 1 is again 1. -7 plus 1 is -6. 1 into -6 is -6. 6 plus -6 is 0. Okay. So what is the factor I get? 1. Okay. So x is equal to 1 is 1 factor. Now here, this I will write it as x square plus x minus 6 equal to 0. ये क्यूबिक था, अब ये क्वाड्रेटिक बन गया. ये क्यूबिक था, ये क्वाड्रेटिक बन गया. तो अभी इसका हमारे फैक्टर्स मालूम है. The second level will always be very simple, especially for you. So -6, what are the factors? That is equal to 3 and 2 plus 3 minus 2. So x minus plus 3 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So you have x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to -3 as your factors. Okay. Next sum I will explain again. Don't worry. Yes, very good. All of you got such quickly the answers. Okay. So if the coefficients adding, if you add the coefficients and you get a 0, that means 1 is a factor. If the coefficient when you add and okay, let me take another sum and then we can see for ourselves. Okay. Now here again I don't have an x square factor, so I will write it as x cube plus 0x square plus x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now 1, 0, 1, 2. Now you can see if I add them, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. So this is not the case. Now what I do, I will multiply here. So I will multiply -1, 0, -1, 2. जो alternate है ना, first, third, fifth, उनको मैं -1 से मल्टीप्लाई करती हूँ. तो ये -1 और ये 2. सेकेंड और फोर्थ का वैसे रखा है. So -1 plus 2, -2 plus 2, 0. अब आ गया 0. So my factor will be -1. So 1, I carry it down like this itself. So this is -1. Sorry, +1. -1 into +1 is -1. 0 plus -1 is -1. -1 into -1 is +1. 1 plus 1 is 2. -1 plus 2, answer is -2. 2 minus 2, I get a 0. So -1 is a factor. Now next, this is x square minus x plus 2 is equal to 0. So factor क्या है? 2 और 1. So this is x square. This is x minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. And x minus 1, x minus 2 and x plus 1, these are the three factors. Okay. Now let us see this sum over here. Exercise I. The solution of the cubic equation is, so I have 1 minus 6, 11 minus 6. So minus 6 minus 6 minus 12, 1 plus 11 plus 12 plus 12 minus 12, 0. So 1 is a factor. So 1. 1 ones are 1. Minus 6 minus 6 plus 1 minus 5. 1 minus 5 is minus 5. This is plus 6. 11 minus 5 is 6. 1 into 6 is plus 6. Answer is 0. Okay. What will this be? X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. What are the factors here? Minus 5 and 6. So 2 and 3. Okay. So x minus 2, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 will be the factors. Okay. So instead of, or you can simply do, okay, this is the method, or here I will show you how you can substitute. So let us see the first. So I have to substitute 3 times. Okay. I will first substitute for minus 1, 1 and minus 2. तो पहले मैंने ले लिया -1. So this is -1 whole cube minus 6 into -1 whole square plus 11 into -1 minus 6. Okay. Now this will be -1 minus square 1 minus 6 plus, no, this is minus 11. This will be equal to minus 11 and minus 6. So obviously this is not equal to 0. So A is not an option. Then I can try with B, C and D. So whichever method you are comfortable, use that method. Okay. So you will not have any issues. Yes. Yes, Kaushal. Yes, very good. 1, 2, 3 is the factor. Now let us go to the other equation, next equation. This is 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. Okay. Now this is 0. So 1 is a factor. So 1 into 1 is 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 1 into 3 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 plus 2. Answer is 0. Okay. So I already have 1 as a factor. Then I have x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x plus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So you have this factors. Okay. So you can solve this like this. Okay. Now here, third question. Now, ये भी बड़ा क्वेश्चन लगता है. फिर हमें लगता है कि बाप रे, अभी सबको सब्स्टिट्यूट कैसे करें, कितना टाइम चला जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे हमें ऑप्शंस की ओर बहुत ध्यान देना है. ओके, यू हैव टू जस्ट बी वेरी aware of the options and use very smartly, try to see which of the options will be correct. अभी इन सब में 4 हैं फैक्टर्स. यहाँ पे देखिए आप, x क्यूब प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 20x is equal to 0. So I will start with B option. Why? Because there are lesser factors. So let me see. X cube plus x square minus 20x is equal to 0. This is my B option. I can take x common. X common. This is x square plus x minus 20 is equal to 0. Now this is a very simple quadratic equation. X square plus x plus 20 is equal to 0 minus 20. What can the factors be? 5 and 4. So it will be plus 5 minus 4. So x plus 5 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. आ गया ना आंसर? ये सेम है, x minus 4, x plus 5. So B is the correct option. So even though the sum looks very big, आपको लगेगा कि अरे बाप रे ये तो बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, अभी इसको मैं कैसे हैंडल करूं, तो आपको डरने की बात नहीं है. ओके, यस यस दिव्या, अभी वहीं पहुंच रहे हैं. ओके, वेयर डू वी यूज दैट नाउ? दिस इज द -1 thing. Now here what is happening is 1, 7, minus 21, 27. Now 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 27 is 35 minus 21. It is not equal to 0. So I cannot use 1 as a factor. Now what I do? So first, third, multiply by -1. Okay, first term, third term you multiply by -1. Second, fourth, as it is. So I will write it over here. So -1, 7, minus 21, minus of minus 21 and 27. Now what will this become? -1, 7, 21, 27. Okay. So how much is this? Oh, this is -27. Okay. Yes, -27. So -1 minus 27 is -28. 7 and 21 is +28. 0. So that means what? -1 is the factor. अगर आपने फर्स्ट थर्ड को मल्टीप्लाई किया माइनस से और सेकंड और फोर्थ को वैसे ही रखा और उन दोनों की एडिशन की और 0 आया तो -1 is a factor. So I will write -1. 1 I will carry down as it is. 1 I carry down as it is. -1 into +1 is -1. 7 plus -1 is 6. -1 into 6 is -6. -21 -6 -27. -1 into -27 plus 21. 7. -27 plus 27, answer is 0. So -1 is a factor. अब यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं कि A और B दोनों में वो फैक्टर है -1. Now let us see. This is equal to x square plus 6x minus 27 equal to 0. Obviously, -27 factors are 3 and 9. So this will be equal to x plus 9 and x minus 3 equal to 0, right? So that +9 minus 3, 6 is the factor. So which of them? So here B will be the x plus, so B will be the answer because this is x is equal to 3, x is equal to -9 and x is equal to -1. Okay, so x is equal to 3, x is equal to -9 and x is equal to -1 are the factors. So B will be the option. Okay, Divya? And all those who are... No, Shreya, we don't have that much. In slide 42. Yes, in slide 42 also I have used. Okay. So you have to see if you can add and get it directly. If you get a 0, so then 1 is the factor. If you multiply by -1 the first and third factor and then you get a 0, then -1. अगर दोनों नहीं हो रहा है तो इसका मतलब उसके और अलग फैक्टर्स हैं. तो इतना डिटेल वाला आपको आएगा नहीं क्योंकि इतना टाइम नहीं रहता है. ठीक है. So usually +1, -1, those are the ones you will have and then you have to solve the quadratic. Again, the quadratic that is coming out of this will be very simple. Okay. So I think that's all we have for today. Yes. Yes. Time has exceeded, but still you're enjoying. Thank you, David. Yes. Thank you so much. Ashok ji. Thank you all for your patient hearing. Have a great day ahead and a very happy Ghatastapna to all of you. Okay. We'll meet after Ghatastapna day. Yes, session over. Thank you.